What's up, everybody? We got the seventh episode of Reacher Season 2 to talk about here today, and there will definitely be some spoilers for the episode here in my review, so make sure you're caught up with the show before you watch my review. With that out of the way, let's get into the episode. I'm going to put it out there right now because my tone probably going to be a tad bit different in this review than it has been in the others for this show, because this one was definitely my least favorite episode of the whole series. Not just the season, the whole series. But this show is also so good that being the worst of the series still somehow makes you a good episode. I just had more problems with this one than usual. So, kicking it off with a positive, actually, I loved that Reacher comedy in the first 10 minutes or so, specifically. Like, they're still with Marlo Burns and her kid, the chick who sold out Neely and Dixon, and Reacher's just casually dropping lines about killing people. Like, I love Reacher. He's a great dude. Who couldn't love him? But here comes my complaining, because the only acknowledgement of Russo's death is just a quick conversation between Reacher and Neely confirming he died after the end of last episode. Like, you gotta be kidding me. That's all he gets? Like, imagine if that happened to Finley or Roscoe last season. I'd be livid. Like, it's safe to say I'm not a fan of how they handled the detective's death. Moving on, there's a moment where Dixon tells O'Donnell that he doesn't have to finish the job with them because he's got his family to worry about, unlike the rest of them, and he kind of shrugs it off, but I got a bad feeling. I I know I literally use my spoiler image I use for my videos. Seems like it's after Langston, uh, but I don't know. I got a bad feeling that he's gonna find himself falling out of a helicopter or meeting his end some other way by the end of the season, and that would really suck, man. I mean, I want like another season or two with this crew of the four special investigators. I better not have to watch one of them die next week. Anyway, we got another flashback this week, and it was the last arrest the 110th would make. They're told to drop their case because it would taint the reputation of, I believe it was the general that set up their unit that's getting a promotion or something soon, and it would taint his reputation during that. But Reacher, being Reacher, refuses and makes a bust anyway. It was a pretty cool flashback, and honestly, like I said, I want another season or two with those special investigators, but like with the flashbacks this season and how they're culminating, I wouldn't mind if they did like a show or hell, maybe even a movie focusing on all that stuff, like his time in the military and the 110th, at least what we haven't seen yet, like a fill in the gaps sort of thing. Then another hilarious Reacher moment from the episode came a bit up later on, and he's trying to get answers from a dude in a hospital bed, and he goes in and to keep him quiet from screaming because the cops are outside his room. He tells him, "If you yell or make noise, I'll tear your trachea out, and your last thought will be, 'Holy shit, he actually did it.'" I mean, he's just the best. I mean, I it's such like a different taste of comedy, but it's so funny. And finally, back in the present, we see Reacher and Neely reaching out to Senator Lavoy. That's the senator they've been dealing with dirtily throughout the season. Is that a dirtily? Is that a word? We're gonna go with that's a word. Anyway, he's gonna send him his three personal security guards. They're like ex-Navy SEALs because Dixon and O'Donnell have been taken by Langston. The episode closes as Langston and Reacher finally meet as Super Bon Bon plays over their first encounter, and it was awesome. They don't actually speak to each other though. The song was awesome. See what I was talking about before? That's the worst episode in the entire show, at least in my opinion, and I still spent the majority of my reviews speaking positively on it. I don't know, like this show just rules, and it was such a weird feeling finishing that episode and being both like that was cool, but also not as good as the rest. I don't know. Anyway, I'm super pumped for the finale next week, but let me know what you thought of episode 7 down in the comments below and make sure you have a great day.